Welcome to the first shit show.
Oh shit. Hold on. Figure your shit out. Talk to us. Hold on. I'm,
I, so as I tried to figure out this new thing,
why is the docs on have
so it didn't help that my computer crashed 3 minutes before this.
chat is not on here? Why is chat not on the docs?
You created this.
And there was chat.
I'll tell you.
Uh,
So since I can't see anybody's chat at the moment,
you're gonna have to pull up your own chat on the side here. I don't know how the fuck this is. There's your Twitch.
hey, look at that.
Off. Do you not pop out chat anymore? Hate this thing. Your shit's broken. Flash chat, scroll scan, blah, blah, blah. And I hear music.
You hear music.
I mean, I had your spot. Did you not play Spotify?
I have not played Spotify. Everything crashed. I had to bring it back up.
Oh, it's pop out. Ah.
All right. From Kate's stream. Is it
Oh
still
shit!
going?
I'm still live. God damn it!
Well, we knew it was going to be a shit show to begin with. Sorry for bothering you. I want to offer promotion of your channel. Oh, thanks. First follow by yes, achievement. So what's going on, everybody? So I tried to rush home to get everything to where it was going to be ready to go, and then my computer decided to take a dump on me. Um, so so yeah, I'm scrambling up a little bit. Hey, there we go.
Open up Spotify. Fix Spotify.
I did just open up Spotify. So I guess sure that came through.
Oh, I forgot your mic's super sensitive.
Make you a mod? I don't know, Pubs. You're mean to me. You might ban me.
Oh, you can't ban the streamer.
I probably should have some mods, huh? I should probably have like a place for you guys to do that. What is everybody just wants to be my mod today? No one wants to be my viewer? What's going on?
Mods and viewers.
All right, well I'll look in. Oh my God. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. No, it's I know you know how to make you a mod, Pubs. Like, come on.
Don't look at my face.
Don't you can't. It's your blurred. See, now I got the pro streamer doing it.
You want bubs?
Sure.
I say invite.
I don't know.
What the fuck is that?
All right, cool. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I called her a pro streamer and she forgot to turn her stream off.
What? I don't have permission for that?
No, I hear you. I appreciate it. She's trying to figure out how to make you one, Bubs. So I figured the best way to start off the first stream is just to give you guys some of the behind the scenes backstory, some of the initial art.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
There. Pubs mod now.
Pubs are a mod now. Um, so, well, thanks.
But why did someone get banned?
Who got banned? Oh, because it was a bot.
Oh.
the bot came as soon as I hit play, like they came in and was like, "Let me do this for you." So as of right now, this is our demo level. Actually, I can see that, right? Yeah, yeah. But let me go a little before that, and I'm going to show you guys. This is our Millinote, which is essentially our design document. And so basically, our story is not fully written, but the general gist of the story is I don't know, right? I should have sponsorship from Millinote. I give them a lot of money, actually. Um, the gist of the story is basic. They're like I said, or if you were in Katie's stream on Monday, it is basically the turn of the century of Japan to the industrial age, and so pollution is starting to creep into nature and infect the rivers and wildlife and so on and so forth. Um, and eventually it creeps down. So if you kind of look at this little diagram right here, at the top here we'll have this factory taking. This is a really rude sketch. I just wanted to give the people who are working with me an idea of this. But the was started here and it creeped down and it kind of infected all these different um, creatures or the inhabitants of the river, and it is now affecting us, the character in the pawn. And so the idea is that the main character is to go out and try to stop the the pollution. And the pollution is actually causing these animals to kind of go like 28 Days Later, if you've seen that movie. Kind of zombie-ish, but more just, going ballistic, going crazy because the corruption and the pollution is destroying their mind. And so the idea is that you'll go through the river and fight. This is also loosely based off the Chinese proverb of the koi that kept swimming up the river for 100 years to try to get the waterfall. After 100 years, it gets permission and it gets turned into a dragon. Oh, well, I'll have to tell my tell my manager over here she needs to get that in there. Hey, Kate, the pub streamer here, because I have no idea where to set that. I will probably be on for a last. My goal is to stream about 3 hours. So, and as soon as Kate comes up, I'll have her, have her do it. So anyway, our art style is called Yukio, and these are some of the examples. And so we're definitely not going to be this 100%. We'll get just some inspiration from it. All right, well, enjoy that hot tub. Jealous. So this is where we'll draw some of our inspiration, but a lot of my inspiration for the game, if you've ever seen it, is Ori and the Blind Forest. Uh, a lot of my inspiration came from that game. I take ideas from Echo the Dolphin, which is an old Sega, I guess the Sega Genesis, but it was on Sega CD as well. That's a long ways to go for a hot tub there. But if I'm ever in Massachusetts, I want to go to a Boston game too, Boston Bruins game. You hated Echo the Dolphin? Yeah, Echo the Dolphin was a rough game. It was not pleasant. Uh, but is definitely a backstory of Koitsugi. You can just put the making of it. No, it was a very difficult, and they did not do well at the user interface. But that was kind of like the growing up of games back then. If you think about some of the games that were out, I mean, uh, well, Battle Frogs. I mean, how many people actually played that past the first level? So it was just kind of the era, right? Games were extremely difficult. Sonic Adventure. Yeah, probably you're probably right, Pubs. Uh, She's probably downstairs yelling at Michael, so just I'll wait. You beat both. Interesting. I owned Echo the Dolphin and I probably got maybe halfway through. And then, as a kid, a new game comes out and Squirrel, right? Looking at something else. Banjo-Kazooie, yeah. To be fair, I never even got into Banjo-Kazooie. I never owned a Nintendo product until I was in college. Everything was Sega based. Okay, sorry. Blindkat? I don't work with me here. I'm already having a chaotic stream. Don't call out my words. So anyway, this will be our art style. Again, inspiration from Ori and the Blind Forest. Here are some of our basic mechanics. That's true, you are. Ah, you're a funny guy. You're a funny, funny guy. Nintendo's over 100 years old, so throw me under a bus. Here's kind of an idea of what I mean. This is very old style. This is one of the mechanics we were testing out. The idea was that we were going to have like as you can see, kind of a spin attack that would knock things back. Yeah, they did. Yeah. And then some, let's see, we got a fish jump. This is us, trying to debate on our lighting schemes and stuff like this. This is probably a good year ago while we were messing with it. Hey, Oni. And let's see, I'm trying to find. Essentially, it'll be a PC based game. So we'll do the basic keyboard shortcuts, stuff like that, or keyboard controls, but we'll also have a gamepad, stuff like that. The tree is gorgeous. The one that's lit up. Where's that? The shaders. That's right here. That's true. And that's why I had all the Segas back then. Yeah, my first console, well, not my first console. My first console was the Atari 2600. But when Sega and Nintendo came out, I went the Sega route. So I had the Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Sega 32 or Sega CD, Sega 32. And I think I went to the Atari Jaguar, if I'm not mistaken. They did. I thought so. Never had an Atari. No, Atari was pretty much dead in the water probably around 86, even with the 5200 coming out, whatever it was. So our lighting and situation, it really comes from Ori. And so that's why when I say we're going with a Yukio art style, a lot of it is going to it's just going to have to be based off of it because a lot of it I want to be very light based. It is. Ori and the Blind Forest was a beautiful game. And that's really my heart into this game is to make it obviously not to mimic Ori, but to take a lot of inspiration from Ori. Okay, Layushka. Nice to meet you as well. Have a good night at work. Thanks for the alert. Yeah, one of the first games make you cry. I'm trying to think. Did I play Ori and the Blind Forest before I played? Well, Last of Us sits in my mind the most. Like Oh, okay. Um, The Last of Us got me to cry. Like that first, 10 minutes of the game, I was bawling. I'm the lucky one that gets to live with her. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Um, and I don't know if it was so much because I kind of related to having a daughter, and I kind of put myself in that position if my daughter was murdered right in front of me. Like that broke me, and she's forced to deal with me. Fair enough. Kate's forced to deal with me, and I mean, as you can see, I'm like, hey, it's broken. Come back here and fix it. Oh yeah, if you have not played The Last of Us, definitely, 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 definitely play it. It is an amazing game. Two was good. A lot of people didn't like two, but two just really is hurtful in another way, in my opinion. But so yeah, so Ori and the Blind Forest is definitely my inspiration. And then we started talking about um, to move a little bit away and or a little bit more in depth and get more of a combat system. And so probably within the last 6 months, we decided to make the fish kind of like a fist. And so you think of like Double Dragon or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade game, you'll do the combo hit. You'll do one, two, and then the tail spin will be the final hit of that combo. So it's not there's not a title on the stream.
So put a title.
Where do I?
Oh shit, I forgot. There's no. Don't.
She was supposed to
Shit.
set up my stream.
I did. It wasn't my fault. Your computer's a piece of fucking shit.
So hostile. You lost my chat too, but
I'm gonna fucking stab you.
see that part where I said she has to deal with me too? All the windows.
There, put in your title.
What do you say? Like the first stream about Boy Stewie. All right. Oh, I shit. What was that? Where did that go? Because I should put it in the category, right?
Yeah, open up. Um, you have to have a category, so I'm not sure why it must have auto given you one.
These are my categories.
No, those are your. Um, I don't know. I don't know how to change that without having
Okay,
whatever
I'll figure it out.
until it resets again. I don't know.
Too much sugar coating. Oh, anyway, yeah, I don't see a category either, but that's just what we'll deal with today. I'm sure there's probably going to be a lot of little bumps and bruises. So the other comparison I was making was like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle style game, the arcade style, the Shredder's Revenge, and that will be more of your combat style. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a shit show because I had to rush home to get in here, and she was going to raid me, and so I knew she was going to be over there and all that shit. So it's I already kind of figured that would be a thing. That's all right. Actually. Can I do this? Can I put, is it software and development here? Yeah, look at that. I'm learning things every day, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, I never edited it from that way. Your OBS is broken.
You're broken. Nailed it. See? Getting there. That's fun, not true. All right. So anyway, here we go. So those are some of the mechanics. There for the first part is going to be a lot of just learning the game. Like I said, we have a demo that is currently, if I see, there it is. This is basically the overview of the level. And a lot of things are not in play yet. Let me see if, there he is. She is. Let's see, player. There you are. Let me bring this over here. So we don't have any animations yet. And apparently my camera's broken. Let's see if I can get this. Oh no. Oh wait. It's scaled up too high. All right, so no animations yet. We're just starting to get the particle systems in. There is a fro. I didn't know he attacked already. Um, Obviously we don't have any of our graphics here for any of this. We'll have a story communication point here where this dead or dying fish is going to talk to us, and we'll just kind of break some of our health system, and we just kind of time it through. I mean, very simple right now, mostly dodging, breaking things. There'll be, obviously this is super early, so we'll have particles and stuff like that. But the idea here is that you need to fix the levee. Oof. Ooh, no, that sounds bad. Uh, so the idea of this demo level will be just to collect these pieces to fix this gear, if you will. And then once the gear starts, it'll allow us to exit. So we'll have a lot of combat situations going on, fighting other fish that are infected. These will be our health pickups, more fighting. Oh no, I don't think this is breakable right now. Nope. All right, so 1 second, pause, grab the player. There will be some puzzles to solve like this. You'll have to move this thing while it's being bounced around and plug this hole, and then the water will rise. Right now, you don't need the water. Pick up the second piece, break that, and then you'll be ditching these. This will be some of the poison. Those birds are trying to eat you. And then you have to fight this mini boss guy right here, which last time I was in here, this guy was broken. So he's gonna get mad at me and then like storm me. So we'll click this piece. We'll have to beat him. I'm not gonna tell you how because I want you to play the game, hopefully. But I think I can, yep. I'll click the last piece, which then ultimately this is the thing that's going to start running, and it will take us out of the level, and that'll be our demo. But again, it's hopefully going to be a lot of more enemies in there to get the feel for the combat system, get your feet wet. Let me see if I have everything still closed. Thanks. It's getting there. It's we had a little bit of a rebuild about a year and a half ago. Uh, we lost an artist that was our main artist, and so we had to rebuild a lot of the art. So that's why it's taking so long. And I'm down to one artist, which is fine. It's just going to take a little while. Let me see here. I think I need. There we go. I keep losing that chat. There we go. Yeah, swim fighting hasn't found yet. It will be there. It's from what I was told. It's done. It just needs to be implemented. This is a little bit older of a build because I didn't have time to download the new build. I'll have that ready to go. Paint me like one of your fish girls. Shadows of Water wants you to paint you like one. Wants you to paint him like one of your fish girls. So this will actually be the very first level. This is the concept. We will start from over here. We'll learn how to move, and then we'll learn the dash pushing kind of mechanic. The using the dash to dodge things, and then using the dash to break things. We'll learn about the moss because I'm a real big advocate. I mean, at least in all the games I always saw that were really successful, or I guess in my head, if you will, is games that teach you and then test you. I mean, essentially, that's what games are. They teach you how to do something, and then they provide some type of test, which is usually your boss fight, right? And so, what I want to do is get the player to feel all of this, get a feeling for the game, understand things that they need to throughout the game, how to do it, how to achieve success with it, and then just kind of show them some of the obstacles that will take place. All these little pink fish will be combat fish, so you can see there's probably quite a bit of them. Yeah, yeah. So we'll definitely have more abilities once we get further, and you'll see that this is the entry point to our demo, actually. This won't be part of the demo, but this will in the once the game is released, this will be the that will be part of the first levels, the levy part, the one with the gears and stuff. And so so this is what I will probably be building. I might get started today getting the assets there. We'll do what's called white boxing, which basically I just lay out the where I want the art to be. I don't have the art built yet, so I'll just lay everything out, and then I'll write a list of everything I need, and I'll send that list to my artist, and she will pop out the amazing art, and I'll start sticking it into the level. Some of the abilities that I actually want to go with is a like this is really towards the end. Uh, you will collect these. They're kind of like these lighting things, but really they're kind of explosive. And if you collect them, you'll make yourself glow, and that'll help you get through the level. But if you are in a situation where there's a lot of mobs attacking you, you can use that explosive to blow up and it'll kill all the enemies. But the problem is now it's dark and worse things can come after you when it's dark. So it's really going to be this balance of knowing when to use that ability and when not to, kind of thing. But that is, I think that's really close to the middle of the game. Where is my, there it is. And just kind of give you guys some ideas of what these characters are going to look like. These are a little bit older art, so this is prior to us changing to our new art style. But we'll have a Tanuki, the rage screaming its music to my ears. Actually, did I even turn the music on? I didn't. Is the music playing now?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it too loud?
It's not too loud, not compared to your voice.
Okay. So we'll have some story characters. Matter of fact, the idea is the Tanuki are going to be our narrators. Um, so the Tanuki are going to be kind of, I'm totally stealing these characters, but they're basically going to be Cheech and Chong. Um, except for they don't smoke weed, they drink tea. Funny enough, and the tea makes them hallucinate, and so they're kind of addicted to this tea. So they'll be very, perma-fried in a sense, and but they'll be our narrators throughout the game, just kind of talking through. A lot of the characters that I plan on having the player go through, yeah, kind of generic catnips, tea stoners, a little bit. Essentially, what the tea is being used for, uh, because the world has been destroyed, where the Tanuki live. It's been completely obliterated from the industrial sludge, if you will. That the tea makes them remember the world how it was before the poison, and so they're drinking more of the tea to remember. They pretty much know they're screwed, but they want to enjoy the way it looked, and so they get high, or they get they hallucinate with this tea to make them remember or see it, and that will actually be an ability that the koi will be able to take. They will find the player can find the moss, and it will, in a sense, hallucinate, but it will actually just make the level look different to solve puzzles. So it's one of the mechanics that will be kind of told by the Tanuki once they get there. Uh, but a lot of the story characters that I plan on going through, they're inspired by characters from movies that I grew up with. Uh, One of my favorite movies as a kid was Watership Down, the original 2D animation. They redid it in 3D on Netflix, and the bird I think it was a seagull, if I'm not mistaken, was from Russia, and it was hilarious. That bird made me laugh every time, and so I integrated that kind of character in the game as well. And then Cheech and Chong was a huge thing. My dad was a fan of Cheech and Chong when I was growing up, and I watched all those movies growing up. So I implemented those characters. I don't know how much of my original vision will be able to be pushed into this, but originally I really wanted this to be a comedic game. Um, I wanted the. I'm a fan of Terry Pratchett and a lot of the game Discworld that was made from his books. Yeah, the Tanukis are dogs. Or dog-like, yeah. Well, see, there you go. I gave them something I didn't even realize. Uh, so we'll have, you know, this will be one of the characters as we're going through there. Welcome back. Let's see what else. What else is here? Originally, we concepted that the koi that the player would be a male character. But as we kind of started digging in a little bit deeper of koi traits, the male actually stays behind to watch over the nest, if you will. And so we decided we were going to switch koi's gender, or the player's koi, to be the female, and the male would stay behind. So this concept has actually been walked away from, unfortunately, because I think this is a beautiful rendering of what we perceive the female koi to look like. We'll also have these Mbuzu. I think I'm saying that. Umibuzu. Basically, it's the monks uh, that the lore behind them. They're monks that died at sea, and they come back and wreak havoc. So we'll be putting those in. Where's the crane? The crane is the boss. So these are kind of some of our boss fights that we're thinking of. And the crane will be our first major boss. I think this might be an old concept, but we'll have the Ronin, the crane. That'll be our first major boss. The the big fish that we saw on the demo level, that's just kind of like a mini boss. The first level, end of the first level, will be fighting the crane. And that crane character is actually my vision of being that similar to that Russian bird from Watership Down. Kind of, actually, it's not far off. A lot of the idea for the Mbuzu level is a lot of because we're actually going to have it where the koi is swimming through this battle that the Mbuzu is attacking the humans. Essentially, these monks are pissed that the humans have polluted the water, and so they're coming in to seek revenge, kind of thing. That's the general idea. Again, it may shift, and depending on time and money, to be honest, because that's going to be a huge level, and it's the scale of it is going to be so massive in order to give the right feel for that. Because essentially, the koi is going to be something extremely small comparatively to the humans fighting these giant monk walking things that are kind of ghostly. And we just wanted to kind of work through it. Um, my original idea for that level, if you've ever played, wow, just totally lost it. Anyway, the level design of that game, I can't think what it's called right now. Even the background art and the foreground art is all part of the level. And so as the player, you actually have to bounce around all this random looking art. Like the one level I can think of, and funny, I just cannot think of the name of the game, is there's this creature way off in the background and it eats an island and then pukes it up into the air, and the stuff that's coming down is the level you have to navigate to get around. And so it's got this very cool blend of things that just look like background animations interacting with the player. And so I was kind of really thinking of something along those lines, that we're just swimming through this battle scene, and really we're not the focus of that level. It's just a really bad situation at a bad time. So we also have a boss frog. So I don't want to give everything away, because again, I want you guys to play it, but I just want to kind of show it. A lot of this stuff is just thoughts, some concepts that we've been going through. And again, since this is all based in Japan, we looked a lot into Japanese lore. Yeah, I'm sure if I said it, everybody's gonna realize Or you're gonna go, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I even own the game, so let's find out. As soon as I see it, I'm gonna go. That I can't believe I forgot what that name was. I think it starts with a J, and I'm probably totally wrong on that too. No, it's not. It's not Shantae, or Shantae. Though that's a good game. I really enjoyed those games. I think it starts with a J, and they've come out with a lot of different sequels, prequels, and it's a total platformer game. It does not start with a J because I do not see it. That's gonna bother me now. Right, hold on. I know where to find it. I'm. Da, da, da. I will find it. And I totally dropped the. There it is. Right. Oh, hey, Irish John. Hey, thank you for the raid. Really, thank you so much. And I am completely noob to this. Yeah, my first stream ever. Yeah, yeah. I just been talking about some of the characters that are going to be in the game. Welcome, Raiders. Uh, I am a complete noob to streaming, so hey. All right, yeah, I'm
Start all
trying.
over.
Huh?
Start all over.
I almost finished. I'll start over. Uh, I was trying to think of his game's name, real quick, and then I'll definitely go back over everything. Look, there's the character, and I can't think of it. It's so bad. Uh, it's driving me nuts too. Rayman. Rayman. Rayman was the name of the game. Thank you. Thank you, Travel. Thanks. Now, Hagerman. I apologize if I'm like butchering your guys' names. I apologize. Thanks so much for the follows. Thanks for the raid, all that good stuff. So yeah, let me I'll thank you. Yeah, so that was the idea. That was the idea of the level, because they have a lot. Rayman was a beautifully done game, and the way that they did stuff. Oh wow, already up to 50. Wow, like can't imagine how I got that. Okay, so real quick, here's the art style. We're going with the Yukio style, the Eel Princess. She's in another castle though. It's going to have a little bit of Yukio style to it, and then a little bit of with a lighting situation. It's going to look kind of like Ori, or at least for lighting wise. Thank you. And our artist is doing a pretty good job at doing that. Let me just kind of show some of the. And these are some of the just early test scenes, just to kind of give you an idea. Light is going to play a lot of heaviness into this game. The further down into the water you get, the darker it's going to get, and that was something that we really wanted to stress, where the plants and stuff like that was going to be our main focus for lights. You can see we'll have your dash. I'm not sure if I mentioned this. Well, I mentioned it earlier in the stream, but when I was talking in your stream, John, it's going to have a combat system that's very similar to those brawlers. Show you all the things. I'm showing all the things right now. 3 people are on the team right now. We need to find. We're looking for an animator to help with our animations. Um, Actually, I'll bounce back into Unity and kind of see where we're at. Then I'll go back to the Milanote. So right now we have, like I said, no animations. We're starting to get our lighting in. Some of our things are a little broken at the moment, so our enemies are beating me up. We have some story elements. The idea is very, very much. Uh, the gameplay style is going to be very much like Ori and the Blind Forest. 2D side scrolling, navigation. The moss is going to be heavy because is going to be heavy about life and abilities is the different moss. The green moss will be. Thank you for that follow, guys. Just so you know, I am completely lost right now because if you guys would have came in at the beginning, my stream didn't even work. It was all screwed up. You found my Twitter. I expect to see updates there too. It's getting there. We're starting to break things out. I No, I'm gonna do Twitter. Someone else is gonna do Facebook and Instagram. But it's getting there. Everything, it's funny. Like when I had the stream on Monday, Kate's stream on Monday, Ray John. Uh, the website said, "Hey, go to Steam and link that." It's because I just threw all that stuff up. I hadn't even fully got everything ready. So I've gone and fixed the website. It's getting there. And by the way, John, thanks for all the information about the setting up the Steam page. Like I started going through it and that helped a lot. So anyway, so basically we're kind of working through this. No AI yet. It's still so very rudimentary. A lot of navigation. But the idea for our demo level here will be to collect these pieces for that main piece. You can see, oh, I can't even pick that up. That's awesome. We will connect all 4 of these pieces, which will then start spinning this, which will give us the access to leave this area. So you can kind of see we have a very, stylized kind of art that we're trying to go for. Here we go. While mixing in some realistic lighting, or trying some realistic lighting with our 2D. There'll be a lot more enemies, combat, and this is where it's broke. For whatever reason, that is not breaking. And I need to totally take that off. But anyway, so we'll collect these 4 pieces. We'll have to fight the mini boss, which is basically, if you notice that the whole thing's been kind of ripped apart and beat up, it's because of this guy got corrupted and started beating everything. It all takes time. No, it's totally, I've been doing Unity for, oh wow, 15 years, I think, maybe something like that, 15 years, maybe. But I've been teaching game development for a really long time. It does have a subscription fee, but there is a free version, and then once you hit 100,000 sales, then you have to pay like a 5% royalty fee, I think it is. And then there's like some other stipulation that actually wasn't when about 4 4 or 5 months ago, sometime in September or October, they kind of like really pissed a lot of people off on Unity because of their payment plans, and they walked it back, and the CEO walked away. Yeah, I've taught game development at the college level and at the high school level. Currently, I'm actually still a high school teacher teaching game development uh, for the time being. And before Unity came across, I used the Unreal 3 or 2007. I think Unreal 3 was my last one, but 2007 is the one I was more familiar with. Yeah, yeah, I'm old. Yeah. Game development is in a few high schools here. A lot of the career tech high schools have it here. Uh, some don't. Some are still trying to think about getting it. The problem is getting people to teach it. So, and I've been teaching at the high school level, I think about 8 years. It can be like there's some super cool stuff that high school students will do. But a lot of times when the kids sign up for my class, they think they're gonna play games, um, which the only games they get to play is each other's. But they think they're gonna come in and play Fortnite and stuff like that, and that's not it. But the kids that come in because they want to do this stuff, they come up with some super cool ideas, and sometimes seeing the things that they come out with is straight up amazing. Not just the wife, but I followed you too, as you have some great acrylic painting. Are you talking about the painting I did on Monday? Because this isn't my art. I'll have to. This is my artist's art. I'm more the level designer and coming up with the concepts.
No, he's saying he followed me. I'm not following you,
Oh,
but
sorry. I see. Replying to you. My
yeah.
bad. All right. Gotcha. My wife does some pretty cool paintings. She even fixed my painting from Monday. Just being an influence of it. Yeah, no, it's super cool. Like, it's funny. It's like I remember we used to have before COVID hit. We used to have we called it capstone, and I can't remember what the presentation was, but we would have industry people come in and look at the kids' work, and the parents could come and they can see the presentations and play the kids' games. And I remember a dad walking out and going, "That was a great job, good, good job." And I was like, "I didn't do any of that. Those guys did it." Because I can show them how to do stuff, but if they're not willing to do it, I can't get them to work. Now you want to see my painting? She was painting early. Were you not in her stream today? Oh, good way to call yourself out.
So,
Okay, so let me go back to Milano here. So there's some of our mechanics. Oh, here's the explosion mechanic that I was talking about earlier. And so you'll basically pick these things up and you'll get a bigger and bigger charge. No, I'm just messing with you, Florence. You'll get a bigger charge, and like there'll be these areas that you can't get through, that you'll have to use those. And so that's really what you'll want to keep that charge with. And so you can see, like, once you take them, they'll have to grow back. It'll be a quick little, 30 seconds or something. But for the most part, you want to use it for lighting because it'll be super dark. Like at the unemployment office asked me what I was doing all day since I showed up like 10 minutes to close. Nice. Did she say that you don't get any unemployment too? Because that's none of your business? Or that's not in your business? Oh no, I gotta get two more. And so going back, uh, you'll shoot that charge off, and it'll blow down those barriers. Or if you're being surrounded by enemies and you blow that off, but then you'll be out. You won't have those charges, so you'll have to go searching, or go back to the previous. But the dark will have things start coming after you, so you'll need to hurry up and find that. I'm open. I mean, I like these ideas. I mean, I've been really sitting on these ideas for quite a while. And so we're finally getting to that point where I can start testing the mechanics and getting a feel for them and seeing that they're super fun. One of the things I think I showed this earlier. Here's the spin attack. It was too much like a baseball type game, and it really took some skill. Like you had to do timing and everything, which isn't a horrible thing, but to control it and hit it just right, I think it would have been too frustrating. So we kind of took it out for now, and then we'll probably eventually put it back in once we figure out a good control scheme for it. But I really want to do something like this to kind of like uh, one of the enemies is going to have like bombs that it sends out, and I want it to spin and throw it back at it. Thanks. Like I said, it really is just we're finally getting to that point that we can test these things and actually start, fixing and making them more fun versus frustrating. Uh, I sat with that tail spin trying to hit that ball forever, and I got a few exactly where I needed to go, but for the most part, I was missing quite a bit. And I don't want to I don't want a player to get frustrated. I want people to enjoy the story, because really that's what I want to do, is have this cool little story of the journey. Um, and it's very heavily based off of Joseph Campbell's kind of like Hero Thousand, or Journey of a Thousand Heroes, an idea. So I really want to keep all this stuff together, and for everybody to enjoy the story, not so much get frustrated with a simple mechanic that I thought was fun, you know. So we'll take it down, we'll tweak it, figure it out, and then we'll definitely put it back in. But I think for the most part, our base mechanics are done with a couple of updates along the way. The hope, anyway, right? So, let's see. So I think where you guys came in, we were talking about some of the bosses. So our crane, our frog. I think the otter's been cut. I think we dropped the otter. So we have the eel, which will be a boss. Our Shinigami, I really dug this character. I really dug the design and everything about it. This is an old concept, and so it'll probably change. Because unfortunately, this artist isn't with us anymore. She just had other things to do, and she didn't have time to keep with us. Um, I really dug this design, and so what I wanted to do, if anybody's ever seen Bill Ted's Bogus Journey, where they face the Reaper and they have to play all these games, and the Reaper gets mad for losing every single game. I kind of wanted the Shinigami to do something similar. I wanted the Shinigami, because again, my original idea was this game was going to be comedic, and so I wanted that kind of aspect. So if you think about it, um, my Tanuki are going to be, Cheech and Chong like characters. My crane is going to be this Russian bird from, uh, or the idea of that Russian bird from Watership Down, and then this would be the Reaper from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And a lot of it, like I said earlier, it's all the inspiration that I had as a kid growing up through movies, media, other games. I am a bit old, so I, I have a wide range to kind of go off of. Um, we have our octopus. That is definitely an older, so not too much. I'll be, I gotta show you guys this because I love this idea. Um, the Crab Empire, I want to be, uh, I think, and she did an amazing job. I wish, uh, I wish she was still around because I think between her and the artist that's still around, they could have done some really cool stuff. But the Crab Empire, I have this idea for like them using catapults to shoot at you, and the ammo that they're shooting is brine shrimp, and so they're kind of being flung across trying to kill you. I wanted to, some of the brine shrimp to hit the glass of your screen kind of thing, and then kind of fall down. It wouldn't happen all the time, but it would happen every once in a while. Just kind of give you that little fourth wall there. But the Crab Empire would have all this other little stuff, and so a lot. Again, I can't stress enough. I don't. I hope that we're able to kind of write this comedic story with kind of a serious overtone, right? This water is being polluted and stuff like that. Uh, it's just really about coming down to the writing, and writing comedy is rough. It's a very skilled thing to do. I think I can do some cool story concepts, but writing dialogue and making something, super funny without trying to force it, that's a true skill. And we've talked to a couple writers, and let's see, I don't see our final boss, but that's probably a good thing. I think that character got cut. The catfish is still in. So, but that again, a lot of that is very old concept work. It has not been changed over to the Yukio style. Here's some of our plants that we're thinking. You saw that one with the glow going on. We'll have some, corruption going on. Which, speaking of which, enemy mobs, I think. So here's some of those Crab Empire, the brine shrimp that get catapulted. Uh, we're gonna put the Kappa in. Uh, if we do the Reaper level or the Shinigami, the Kappa will be the mobs in that game. Uh, Here is a general idea of our different fish. Oops, wrong one. Go ahead, go back to that. Excuse me. So this is our different level of corruption. So we have our normal style fish, or fish that are, not sick. Then the beginning of our sickness is some breaks, and then we start moving into a little bit more. So if you're starting to get the Last of Us feel here, it's kind of that idea. We wanted the infection to be very organic, and then this would be full on corrupted. We were thinking that they wouldn't really move too much; it'd be more like blending into the ground, and so if you swam by, the tentacles would grab you. Yeah, essentially. You love shrooms. Shouldn't say that out loud if you're trying to get unemployment, that guy. So yeah, there's quite a bit of things. Let me see. What is this one? I think this is an earlier concept too. And this is if you have not seen Monkey King, this is all his work done. And so here's just kind of a test environment trying to get the fish to behave. It's kind of old. didn't mean to call you out, man. Hey, thanks for that follow. Thank you. One away. I'm one like away from meeting that goal. Wow. You guys are amazing. So much love. So my hope really for, and this is really the push for me to start streaming, is I would always make excuses or things would just get in the way of oh, there, that's pubs for you. Um, I was hoping that, I can set some time if I'm forced to work on this game and get it done. The best way to do it is to make me liable to you guys. So I decided I was going to start streaming right before Christmas, and so me and Kate have been talking about it, and we plotted it out, and she helped me out get this all set up. And so for the next who knows how long to build this game, I plan on doing the white boxing while we're streaming and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, good. So I'm I'm not alone on that. I just think if you're being pushed for it, right? Yeah, discuss it. What did I say? Oh, I got you. I was gonna start streaming by Christmas. Gotcha. How much work have I done? So, Kate used to be my wife, but I pushed her down the stairs. I mean, it was an accident. She tripped. She fell. It was not my fault. That too, right? Exactly. And the other thing is like, even though I've been teaching this for so many years, it's funny. Like, I'm nervous about my own game.
I gotta go.
Yeah, go. Be gone. Be gone. Right. And that's the other part too, right? Like if I have people I can bounce ideas off of, I can make this so much better. That's kind of where I was going is like, because even though I've taught it for so many years, um, being able to bounce ideas and have a community that's saying, "Hey, maybe you should try this." I think that's awesome. And not only that, but it would make you guys feel part of this and build this game. I I completely, even if this game doesn't do well, like let's just say the game just sucks, right? At the end, I'll just be happy that I got it done and that I'll have a story of all these collections of things that I've loved throughout, my existence on this earth. Yeah, yeah, nothing better than a brainstorming session with viewers. No, absolutely. And that's another whole point to this. Cool, cool, Captain. Enjoy your dinner. And thanks for stopping by and thanks for the like. No, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I wanted to be successful. If I, I don't set. I try not to set out for anything to fail on me. Um, but I mean, I always tell my students, hey, you're not building games for you. You're building games for the masses, right? But that's really only true if you're. I mean, everybody wants to make money and make a living they enjoy doing. But when I say make money for the masses, I'm thinking more along the lines of going to work for EA or somebody along those lines. And so, and that's true too, pubs. That's true. And they make another game. Absolutely. As most of us have, we all have thousands of ideas. Um, I, me and Kate have talked about this. Um, I really want to make and this may seem like a backward step, but I want to make a walking simulator in a sense that tells a story of a man who lost his wife to cancer, and that's because it's a little closer to heart, and I got the idea. Not only am I, we're kind of doing that, uh, but I got the idea a lot because of how much I enjoyed Ricky Gervais's Afterlife. It was such a good show, and again, because it hit so close to home, that I was just thinking like, how cool would it be for two parts, right? To have this this game that kind of has our lives kind of intertwined with it. It was Afterlife was amazing. Man, that ending, I don't want to ruin for it. I'm not gonna say what it was, but that ending, I was like, damn, damn. Um, but I thought, this would be like our thing, because there's a lot of stuff to say there. Yeah, I know a lot. Ricky Gervais is definitely getting hit with a lot of stuff lately, especially. But I don't want to tell anybody if they have their right. If they want to be upset with whoever, that's on them. Oh yeah, we started watching it, but I fell asleep, so I don't know. I actually whenever we sit down to watch something, it's bedtime, and so if we can stay awake, we watch it. If we don't, obviously, and that was just something we both passed out to. So I don't even know I can't even remember anything because I passed out so early. But it wasn't good, huh? Well, you also got to realize it was late at night. It was probably like 10 o'clock, and I had to be up at 4 in the morning. I had already been up since 4:30 in the morning. Um, so, and I was high. Um, I mean, I took my sleepy time meds. That's what I took. I like that movie Invention of Lying he did, but I haven't seen the show. Movie Invention of Lying. I actually don't remember that. I Extras. Is that the one? Was it called Extras? It was a bit weird. Oh, it was actually called The Invention of Lying. Got you. I actually have never seen it. I also haven't seen. Is it called Derek or something along those lines? Wasn't there a show that he did? It was called like Derek or something like that. I don't remember. And I never got into that one either. And I didn't watch the movie where he played the character from The Office. Yeah, okay. I didn't see that one, and I didn't see the one where he played the guy from the original Office. But yeah, I mean, I've always been a fan of Ricky Gervais, but I also am a fan of Dave Chappelle, and I know a lot of people don't like him either. But again, it's kind of like what I grew up with. It's hard for me to stop liking something I liked, before everybody else started hating him. And not that I don't think anybody has a right or wrong reason to hate something for somebody. Um, I just it hasn't hit me in a way that I'm like, okay, that was fucked up. I need to walk away from that guy. So that's just really that's still up there. That's messed up, pups. And I don't know how to get rid of that. Yeah, and I've also kind of noticed that's been a lot of people's thing lately, right? Okay. Ghost Town. I think I remember. I, I don't think I've seen it, but I think I remember there being a thing called Ghost Town with Gervais. I actually did not like The Office. It made me feel. I mean, it did its job, I guess. It made me feel uncomfortable. Like throughout the entire thing, I was like, "Oh God, I know that guy." Not obviously not Ricky Gervais, but I know someone like that guy, and it was just embarrassing. I know. And that's kind of how the first stream's gonna go, I guess. Use. Trying to think what else. What else am I hearing? So here's the different mosses. So we have one for health. We have one that will poison you. So some poison. Actually, let me look at this. Poison. Maybe a power up. We don't know yet. The light explosion will be the blue moss. Stamina will be the yellow, and the hallucinogen will be the orange. And you'll kind of see them kind of growing about. That might not be too far off. Actually, game world. So right now this is it's only gonna be a 9 level game. You can see the otter got kicked out. And so right now the underworld is still there, so we're still talking about the Shinigami, the catfish, the Imbuzu, the Karu is the frogs, and oh, I guess the river is level 2, so that'll be the end. That'll be where you fight the crane. The otter will be DLC. There you go. So the whole thing with the otter is I never had it in. It wasn't one of my characters. When I originally started this, there was about 8 of us, um, and that was someone else's kind of character that they came up with. And Rivers and Streams DLC. And so I didn't have that in my head for a story, and so they were kind of pushing that story, and I was like, okay, let's run with it, let's talk, and so we were going through that, and then I was like, all right, cool, yeah, that sounds fine, let's keep the otter character, and then they left, and I was like, and the otter's gone, bye bye, because the story didn't match, it just didn't fit. Flow of Time DLC. All these river puns. Just so you know, Koitsugi is a pun, I guess, or a play on words, maybe. Uh, it's coming from the word kintsugi, which is, I think, perfection through imperfections. So we call it koisugi. And then funny enough, like I was like, if we're gonna go with that name, we gotta have a subtitle. And we went months going back and forth with that subtitle. And then I typed in Chat GPT. I said, Koi fights Poison River. And it gave me a long list of like a story. And I read the story and I was like, man, this is garbage. But then one of the things was that talked about the Guardian, and I was like, oh, I kind of like that. And so that's how I came up with the Legend of the Water Guardian. So, I mean, I don't know. Oh, wow. Thanks, guys. 50 followers already. How am I going to top tomorrow? I got to have 100 tomorrow, at least. Man, first world problems. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for getting me to 50 already. It's pretty. I'm a little speechless. To maintain 50, it's just watch hours and concurrent viewers now. Wow. Okay. And then from what I was told, it just kind of happens. Yeah. Just, hey, look at you, you're affiliate. Oh, of course you would do that, Pubs. Just because you were the second Patreon, I bet. Oh, nice. All right. Well, then I should get it by Sunday, right? Because if I do this, or at least I think I'm gonna do this Saturday, tomorrow and Saturday. Tomorrow I'll actually get, I'm gonna get some stuff going. Oh, okay. I'll definitely be taking a look at all this. I'll probably, I didn't know what to expect to be honest. I was kind of like, okay, look, I'm gonna do this and try to get this going and obviously if Kate didn't know half the stuff that she knows, I probably still wouldn't be sitting here. It'd be still like another couple weeks down the road before I got it. But Kate got a lot of this stuff set up for me because she's amazing. Hopefully she can hear me wherever she's at. She is. She is a hot, smart wife. I am super lucky. Um, I am completely lucky. And talented. And talented. I mean, she's grown over the last 2.5 years of streaming. Streaming painting, I should say, not just streaming, because we used to stream together before she did paint. I mean, that's when we met you, Pubs, and I have not been able to do anything in the last 2 days. We spent 2 hours at Verizon last night, and then of course we had to go to freaking Target afterwards. Oh, okay, I'll get a little notification. Weren't we playing Realm Royale back then though? That was before WoW. Because I kind of stopped streaming once we started playing WoW with her. She was just streaming on her own. But we played a lot of Realm Royale and Overwatch. I don't think I have that set up yet, but if I can find my mouse. Let's see if she put it in. I don't think she did. Alright, bye. Let's see. Nope. Negative. She didn't put it in. Pubs is a mod for her. Where's her link to her stream? There you go. Thanks, Pubs. Yeah, I'm a total pub. See, look, I can't even say it right. I'm a total pleb streamer at the moment. So, first stream, I'm an idiot. So it's just making sure all the bases are covered. You got the Twitch page, he'll get the website. So, all right. Trying to think what else I can show you guys. We are building in Unity. Some more simple mechanics. And like I said, really what I plan on doing is I'm gonna white box the levels on stream. And another thing is I'll probably end up on days that I just don't have it in me to work on the level or the game. I may play a game or something along those lines. And I used to do interviews. It was back when I did political stuff, but if I can start finding, even other developers, independent developers, just doing interviews and talking about certain things. I really enjoyed interviewing the people I interviewed back during the political show. And so that'd be something I'd be interested in doing on this stream too. Just making some type of having a guest on and then just kind of talking. And then comment. Yeah. Well, I did it. Kate pushed me to do it. I'm just gonna blame her. She and apparently people loved it, but I just couldn't do it anymore. It was just too rough on my soul. Politics is rough. Should probably move my camera over this side since I'm constantly looking over here. Oh, sorry. I'm glad you're streaming, and I hope that it helps you with your development process, even though I have no idea what you're doing. Well, thank you, Bubs. It is. Well, it's my that's one of the original sketches that I did. I did that forever. The original concepts of Blindkat was it was walking with the blindfold and it was walking in front of traffic. And what's funny is like I would have never thought about doing something like this until one of my college students showed up to a birthday I was having, and they had got a hat made for me with Blindkat on it. And then ever since then, that's I just keep getting that hat built. The logo wasn't on it; it just had the Blindkat on the back. Yeah, it's a little dark, but I'm highly allergic to cats, and I when I thought of the concept, I was engaged to a very evil person, and she was trying to bring cats around me, and so I drew this sketch of this cat. I was like, yeah, this is what I think of you. Thanks, Big Gaming. Thanks a lot. Thanks for following. Thanks for everything, hanging out. Thanks for the lurk, all that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll pass. Thanks. So, see, that's why I don't go to people's houses. Like I will seriously like if you guys are familiar being in Kate's stream of Durbit, if I don't take something before I go to their house, I'm pretty miserable the entire time I'm there until we're ready to leave. So it's like my eyes do the puffiness. I'm scratching. I'm hacking things up. It's ugly. Oh well, thanks. Thanks so much for John's John stream to come raiding over. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. I'm like, what? I get puffy and itchy. What does that become a cat? When that's what a cat does. Well, they curse me. I feel like I should put the chat over here, but I'm like looking in the same direction of the camera. But then you guys are seeing it, so like that's silly. Uh, hmm. Oh, that's cold hands. Uh,
It's weird I'm blurred out except for my arms.
she's sneaking behind me. She's gonna stab me in the back. The floating arms are funny looking. Let's see here. I need to download this. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about the second level. Yeah, so this will be the second level. Um, a lot of dodging and moving around. There'll still be fighting through this. The idea is that you're swimming up the river and the humans are trying to fish you out. And so basically you'll be dodging nets and spears coming down, along with fighting. Here, I'm thinking the spears are probably going to crush some of this, and so they'll be collapsing as you're trying to progress. And then you'll fight the crane here in this section. You know, to be fair, uh, I was talking to another developer who was at a convention, and they were showcasing their demo, and I was talking to him about the game we were working on, and I said, you know, I probably did the worst first launch title that I want to do, and made it underwater, and his eyes were like, oh, because I didn't think about it, but everything being underwater, it causes so many other issues that I did not anticipate. Uh, just mechanic wise, and like some of our puzzles, we want water shifting from departments or compartments, and just getting that to work properly and look right doing it. We've had to put things on hold until we figure a lot of that stuff out. So some of those puzzles have already been kind of like pulled out until we get that down. Uh, I I really wish I would have thought about that before I pitched this game to everybody and say, hey, let's build this, because I probably would have made it a little bit easier. Use fans for those puzzles? What do you mean? Like just like stuff that blows? Because actually, I there is currents through the game. Let's see here. Yeah, yeah. So that's not an issue. That is actually relatively easy to do, and you'll see it. Like it's right here. There's a current that's going this way and a current that's going down, and you can see that these bubbles are being, going that direction to give you the idea that it is. And so if I bring it, like you can see it. I'm not even. It's pushing the character down. So that part's not a bad problem. But let me go ahead and get up here for a second. One of the things, and I'm not down. There we go. So here's the current. It's pushing me down. There'll be spikes right here, and so you'll have to kind of break through. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. So right here, there's actually supposed to be a block, kind of similar to this one right here. There's one right here, and this compartment is empty. There's no water in it, and so what will happen is, or the idea was, is that you'd break through this barrier, and the water would shift from here and come down here. But the problem is there's a crack here, and so all the water is leaving. So as the water is kind of flowing in, it's just exiting. So you have to take the broken piece from here and push it into that spot. And then because the water is still flowing in, it will raise the water, and then you'll be able to get to this, right? taking notes so you can win the game. And then you'll break this one, and that's what these little pieces here are. Again, let me go ahead and pause this real quick. I will grab the player. Right there. So you'll break this piece here, and the camera. Dang it. All right, so one thing about Unity, and I totally spaced it, is as soon as you turn play back off, it reverts back to the beginning. So let me just put this guy back up here. Kind of, yeah. Actually, that's pretty much it. And then try to figure out. Oh, come on, that the camera doesn't want to trigger. So I definitely got. There's these triggers to only show sections of the game. There we go. So I just hit it, and so now. Oh, I'm gonna have to walk it. Yeah, all right. Is there no trigger? Oh, look at this, I'm breaking my game. How would I just take this off of maximized? All right. So the idea is you would break this, it'll put down like a piece of the wood. And these are supposed to be like air vents, though they look like little fountains kind of thing, but they will look like air vents that are spurting up. And it's going to pop the piece up in the air. And so what the idea is that as it's going, you'll have to dash into it to push. And essentially you're going to be bouncing it off these to get it to this spot right here. And when you get it to that spot, it'll fill this area with water. You can kind of see that line. I think you can see that line. Yeah, this line right here. And then the rest of the water will fill up, and then you'll be able to reach this collectible and this piece, and then progress on. But until you get that piece there, the water is kind of draining out of this section. But we haven't figured out how to get that water system to look as if it's flowing through. And so it's just one of the challenges that we're kind of running into at the moment. Let's see. Does this have the oh no, it doesn't have the ripples. The water system that we were using is ultimately not meant for what we're doing, and so we're running into a couple issues. So, but we'll get there. You know, those types of puzzles won't be in the demo per se, probably, but they will be in the final game. Yeah, yeah. No, it's just just like anything else. It's a little bit of a challenge at the beginning. Hopefully we can solve it and have some fun with it. Because I mean, to be honest, like I have that general idea of the puzzle with water changing compartments through a lot of the game. And so if we can't figure it out, I gotta figure out some other puzzles. So, just getting there. Just getting there. And some of the other things that we've been talking about is, I'm hoping that my programmer will be able to dual stream with me and we'll be able to kind of solve these issues during the streams too. Yeah. I mean, we're essentially it'd be like if you had a full amount of water here and there was no water here, as soon as you break something, it would just kind of there's no force beyond the gravity taking over and spilling over, right? So, and then so once we even get the idea of the principles of the water flow and all that stuff, we have to then figure out, okay, well, what makes up that water? Um, and a lot of things I thought, we thought about just doing a frame by frame animation and just filling that up. Uh, some other possibilities is using what's called dots, which allows a large amount of particles to be displayed. Actually don't know very much about it, but my programmer does, and so that might be something that we'll do. Yeah, it's just a challenge, and we're looking into it. We're hacking at it. We'll hopefully figure it out. The problem is like I'm a pseudo script programmer, I guess you could say. Like I know enough to be dangerous, but I have a very big limitation. So my expertise is going to be in the level design and stuff. All this is beyond. But tell me about the bees, and I'll probably look at you the same way. I didn't get enough sleep for this, trust me. I had to get up super early this morning, earlier than I normally do. So just out of curiosity, since I have your attention, is my voice and everything coming through pretty good? These are pretty good. Oh man, you were up past the point of me going to sleep or getting up, I mean. Oh, that sucks. All right, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I wasn't sure if I was gonna have to go replace my studio mic. All right, sweet. For boobles. And Pubs is being nice to me, so I won't talk shit at the moment. But it's only for a little bit. I will talk shit next time. The TTs. The udders. The udders. I did that once. I'll never do that again. That was painful. And you look at the story that you got out of that. I'm hearing things. I thought Kate just walked behind me. Sorry, I did this on stream. So, how red could you be? Open Discord and look at your pain. All right. Um, where is it? Where is it? Well, you have my attention. Nice. Wait, where is it? Is it in? Kate has too much shit in her Discord. Where am I looking? It's in the art creative expression. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's cool. Do you want me to display it? And that's a character from Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, really? No, it looks good. What did you use? It's an NPC nurse. Did you use because I mean it looks like pencil. Did you use pencil or charcoal? Acrylic. Oh, it's actually paint. Okay. It has that charcoal vibe to it, so oh, that's good. I've never I the only Baldur's Gate game I played was the original Baldur's Gate. No, that's sometimes you get some cool stuff that just comes out when you're just messing around. Like some of the things that I created when I was in college, I look at, I remember looking at them after I was done and going, "Holy crap, I did that! Bet you couldn't do it again." I also think when you're inspired, um, things will come out better than if you are just kind of drawing out of the off the cuff kind of thing. Nice. No, that's cool. I never sold any art before, so that's cool. Yeah. No, that's true. Nothing I hate worse than to sit and go be in the mood to draw, but don't have a thing in my head to draw. All right, Pubs, enjoy your dinner. Um, I don't know. Probably I thought about going until 6 because I was gonna start at 3, but I got on a little bit earlier, so I may get off at 5, maybe 5:30. Um, I really just wanted to finally get it going, and so I can say, okay, I've done it. Let's now I can keep moving. And so my next one will be, I'll definitely do more work. This one was kind of a like a, oh shit, didn't do that. Oh, can't do that. Okay. Well, thanks for the look. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your curry. 24/7. You're crazy. I've already worked for 8 hours today. Curry does sound good. Curry always sounds good. But curry's hit or miss. Some places will have amazing curry, and some places will be meh. So, so what do you do? So, what do you do for work? Or, well, you don't work, right? You're looking for work. What is your expertise? Is getting fired fair? Have we studied the reason for getting fired every time? It's always different. Gotcha. I don't. The only time I can't think of a time I've been fired. I know I ran out of jobs, like literally ran out of jobs. You just do stupid shit. Fair enough. I probably have done some stupid shit. I just never got caught. Actually, I know I've done some stupid shit. I just didn't get caught. Cool. Fair. I like now that you have done. No, it's being able to put the time in. Oh, that was weird. Um, having time to do art is always it's hard, especially when you got a lot of stuff going on. And again, that's kind of the reason why I started. You know, I figured if I started streaming our building process, that I would focus more on building, and then all the stuff that we talked about, earlier. So no, I get it. I get it. The other thing is like I know I can correct people's art, but they're always so much more talented than me. So it's like Kate can do things like even before she started painting, she's always been a good artist. Um, and I cannot match her skill, but one of the things I was always good at was able to see like how light reflects and how light creates shadow and how it creates depth and stuff like that. I might not be able to draw that, but I can point it out and say why you would want certain things. But funny enough, when it's my stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, well whatever. And that imperfection or that constant eye of looking for imperfections in my own work is probably something that slowed me down big time. So, so I'm thinking though, tomorrow I might bust out the paper map, show you guys the paper map for level 2 probably, or maybe for the beginning, which I did earlier, but I'll actually pull it out, and then I'll white box that tomorrow, just so I can have that kind of laid out, get a feel for it, get the camera set up. Problem was is today I didn't have um, the content management system all set up yet. Sometimes, sometimes it's hard to make the vision a reality, but you do know the techniques and logic behind shading and color theory. So, yeah, no, I can't tell you how many color theory classes I've taken. So, and I've taken life drawing and all those. I just never had the hand to do the line work. I can do like quick scribbles and sketches. Like matter of fact, if you look at a lot of these sketches are mine. The rendered art is my artist, and you can tell the difference because their work is so much cleaner. Like this is my sketch, right, of the level. Probably the most rendered out character that I did. This was the boss that I showed because I was trying to like depict what I was visioning for this frog boss. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not. I for a long time I taught Flash, and I used Flash to do a lot of drawing art because it would automatically fix the line and be clean circle or clean shape, and so I use that all the time. If I'm painting, I can usually hide my lines and then use it for shading. So this was mine, but this is this is my artist. Here's a version, and I think this is getting more towards the Yukio style, where this was our original art style, a lot more painter like. Like I've always been a what is that saying? Oh, thanks. That a jack of all trades, but a master of none. That has always been my thing. I because I've done everything. I've done a little bit of programming. I've done a little bit of art. Done a lot of design. Actually, design was always my. I liked the design aspect. When I got out of college, Factor Five, which made the Rogue Squadron series, the Star Wars Rogue Squadron, or if you remember Lair from the PS3. I was being interviewed by them, and they really dug some of my initial level design uh, levels, I guess. They played like one of my Unreal levels, and so they were. I was interviewing for a while, but they wanted me to do a lot of different things before they brought me up because I lived here and Factor Five was in I think San Rafael, California, and it's stupid expensive area, and so there was no way I could move out there and then apply for this job. So the guy that was going to hire me was putting me through, a few of these design tests and stuff like that. And I just didn't have the capabilities. Like I didn't. He wanted me to build multiplayer levels that were very similar to the first Halo multiplayer game, but I had never played Halo at the time. I didn't even own a console. Everything I did was PC based. Um, and so eventually, because I had to go out. I eventually did go buy one, and then I played it. But I needed to play it to where I could get a feel for that level design. My multiplayer, because it's a different design level wise, at least back then, um, for PC games versus console games, because you had to keep the controller in your head. So there were certain aspects to things, especially. I mean, again, first-person shooters they were a thing, but they weren't like how they were on the PC with, Quake 2 and the Unreal series. No, it's super expensive. And San Rafael is probably from what I was told, San Rafael is more expensive than San Francisco. And it's about 40 minutes north of San Francisco. I think it was San Rafael. I might be getting my towns mixed up. Uh, so that was my first possibility with Factor 5. The second time, I don't know if I can say this. I would imagine it's okay. Um, because obviously it's gone and it's been canceled. The second time that Factor 5 and I talked, they were working on a game for the Wii, and it was supposed to be the sequel to Kid Icarus. So I was being talked to about level design for that, but the budget was super low for what they were trying to do, and so I wouldn't be able to survive. And so I didn't take the job. But level design in particular has always been my, I guess, passion for most part. And then somehow I ended up in education, so I stopped trying to get into the industry. And of course, 2008 happened, and the economy crashed, and a lot of my friends were out of work. Yep, it's true. Matter of fact, my friend who was working at Factor Five that got me the interview, uh, she I think she worked for months without pay because they were a studio that was faltering, and that was only like 6 to 8 months after my interview. Actually, I bought a house in 2010, so I bought it near the bottom, and so I got this house, this not this house that we live in, but the that house, relatively cheap. Yeah, I guess I'm a little older. Thanks for shoving that shit in my face. I don't know, it's crazy. I've me not building anything on my own, even though I've been working, teaching other people how to build their own. Um, I mean, I can make 1,001 excuses why I didn't, but it is what it is. I did not. I don't think. I don't think I didn't see anything with a raid coming in. Why do you ask? I got my looks. Oh, is my numbers high? Irish Town was the last one. 95? You crazy. There's no 95. I don't believe you. You lying. Where's my thing? I think I have Steam somewhere here. Or not Steam. I have 23. What are you talking about? Yeah. Oh. No, Irish John, who's making the pirate game. That's weird. Crazy. Yeah, I'm only showing 23. And it's just me and Soap talking here. No one wants to talk to me. There's 95 people watching. Talk to me. Soap's getting boring. Hopefully, you're still in refresh from that when I said that. Okay, sock. Is it sock fuzz? Okay, well now that makes sense. So here's the thing. This is why I called you Soap. So for years and years and years, I had a email that was SOC denied, and what it was standing for was socially denied. And so everybody would call me Soap. And so when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, that's funny. Social fuzz." That was what I thought your name was. I will start calling you Sock now. Not as cool name, but that's cool. You're fairly social. He's a lint between your toes. Are you saying I have lint between my toes? What the fuck? What about the belly button? There's always lint in the belly button. Or the navel. So you should have called yourself Navel Fuzz. And then I would have got you confused. Shut up. I got a lot of work done. I've thought of things. My plan, I guess, at this point is to dive in, start white boxing. I didn't get I one of the things I was trying to do when I got home was he would call you Navy Fuzz. I totally would. um, I I didn't want to do. I needed. Sorry. See, you got me all scattered here. I wanted to create a new branch in our content system, our our management system, and I didn't have a chance to do that because my computer crashed. Do I want to eat on stream? I'm thinking I'm probably gonna stop at 5 today, and that way it's just we figured out some of the wrinkles, and we know it needs to be fixed still, and then tomorrow I'll actually start having everything set up and ready to go again. Cool. So you'll have to come up here and show me how I can raid somebody. Which, uh, what do I do? All right. Let's see. Ouch. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Name a person you are rating. Slash name a person you are rating. But how do I find people that I should raid? No slash raid. And do I write that in chat? Are you streaming? Huh. All right. Giving you a second. Who's that? Who are you watching? Yeah. Oh, those old farts. They stink, but you know.
Hey, look.
Wow. But I only have, I'm down to 19.
So open up Twitch in another tab.
All right. Twitch in another tab.
You can raid someone that you follow if you want. Or you can just
Actually, this just because I
Okay.
haven't been Anthony's in a long time.
Alright, so I click on that. I usually just copy the name, not the Twitch part, just the name. Then here you just hit /raid space name.
Like that?
Yeah, and then you'll hit enter and you'll have 60 seconds to continue talking. I usually leave that up because you're going to read him, so you're going to want to talk to him.
Oh. Well, this won't carry over?
No, because that's OBS stuff.
I meant this one.
Oh, I mean, you're in mod view, so probably I wouldn't. Could have just controlled.
Oh.
Good. Anyway, he ends at 5 too, so.
Oh, does he?
Oh, yeah, he gets post ending.
I
can if you're gonna do it now.
Well, he's only gonna be on for like 3 minutes. That'd kind of suck. I don't know. What do you think? What is yours?
I don't care.
Okay.
Just read
All right.
Hit enter.
So we're gonna raid Anthony Wheeler because I haven't watched Anthony Wheeler in a really long time.
You can hit enter still. Time. It's you.
And then I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to try to do this 3 days a week at least. So thanks for all the follows, getting me up to 50 already. That's amazing. Yeah, I gotta get to dinner, and I don't have anything else but to talk to shit. So I don't have anything else. So, Sock, it's been great talking to you. Everybody else, thanks. I will be back tomorrow. Please come back. Talk to you then.
Are we ready? I just hit right now. Usually once it pops up so and so is rated, then I hit stop streaming.